You don't know this because you stopped watching it, but I'm wearing a hat from Stranger Things.
Oh, no, I know that hat.
Oh, you made it to season 3, right? Isn't that when you quit?
Yeah.
What's up?
But what about the movie Camp Nowhere?
Yeah, spelled different, but love Camp Nowhere. Hey, is there a murder in there? I said we throw it to the tube. I say we cover that shit.
Camp Nowhere?
Yeah, there's probably not a murder, is there?
There isn't a murder.
Right.
No.
Look, a guy can dream, okay? I do love Camp Nowhere, though.
I mean, I love that movie. Money, Mud.
Well, I don't remember this. I don't remember quotes from it like you, though.
Well, Kate Mulgrew's in it.
Is she really?
Uh-huh.
Wait, why'd you just emphasize her, though? That was weird.
What do you mean?
It's Kate Mulgrew, isn't it?
Oh, I've always said
Kate Mulgrew?
Yeah.
What, dude? For real?
Yeah.
That's blowing my mind right now. Is that how it's said? I mean, I trust you above all else. You've seen her in person, so you've heard her announced.
Well, now you got me questioning my whole life.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I've heard her say her own name. I'm sure I have. But I've heard her say it in an Irish accent, and then it is the way you said it.
Interesting. Okay, something to think about.
Something to Mulgrew over.
Nice. Freaking nice.
Freaking nice.
All right. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Were you recording? Mm-hmm. That smells like a cold open, Kate. I didn't want to jinx it in case you weren't recording yet, but you friggin' were!
Yeah, no, I got it.
Attention shoppers. We've got to clean up on ILH.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on ILH.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
No, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, Holtheads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
And we are here with a brand new episode to talk about the currently running on HBO Max, a gem of the show called Mother May I Murder. Now, the beauty of this is a show that I was already peeping on my own. But what's weird about this one, Kate? It came from you. You said, we got to cover this.
Yeah, I was peeping this on my own, too. Didn't know that you were.
Yeah.
And I came across this episode that was just so creepy, I said, we got to do it.
Yep, creepy beyond belief. And it's like, so here's the thing, the title, Mother May I Murder. Now, it's kind of along the lines of a Snapped, where I go like, well, we know who did it in a Snapped kind of thing. And here it's like, well, it's whoever has the mom in the story.
Uh-huh.
But even knowing that, this delivers on levels you didn't even know were possible, I think. Mm-hmm. And it takes a turn when we start talking to the friend, the Fowler guy, where I'm gut-bursting laughter over here, Kate. Still, when taking notes when he's talking, I'm thinking of Judy Gemstone saying stuff.
Uh-huh.
Right? That's his mama. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's dive in. This aired a few weeks ago. After the murder of a mother on a remote road, police dig into her bitter custody battle and uncover a disturbing bond between her ex and his mother. Mm-hmm. Kateline, what'd you think of this bad boy?
Well, this show, I think this is the creepiest episode that I've watched from this show. Of
Mother May I? 1,000%.
Yeah. And it's like so creepy that I actually want to know more.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, honestly, it was making me think what I believe was last year's Lusty winner, Mommy and Clyde.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And in that one we were saying, we want for the lulz for it to be true that they were knocking boots, the mom and the son, because it's so creepy. But we're like, they probably weren't knocking boots. They were just holding hands during an interview. But we have confirmation in this one that boots were knocked potentially multiple times. I mean, truly disgusto.
Now, Kurt,
What's
only disgusting if you think incest is wrong.
God, you're right. I guess I am being awfully judgmental here. I am. I guess I'll go on record as saying, Kate, I'm against incest and I'm disgusted by it.
And we have to clarify too, this is not any kind of, the reason why we can laugh is because it is not sexual assault. This is a reciprocated incestual relationship.
Yeah, I mean, they were both down. I mean, one could argue maybe he was groomed, like literally from the womb, groomed to be into it and stuff.
But it wasn't like he was a child. Like he was
25.
A grown-ass man.
Yeah, and look, there's obviously a very sad murder at the heart of this. That's not what we're laughing at.
No.
Okay, all right, let's dive in. Our story begins in Jeff Davis County, Georgia, January 8th.
First of all.
Yeah.
What's with the name of this county? What is with counties and cities that are just someone's name?
Great cue. I was going to ask you if you knew who this famed Jeff Davis was.
No, I should, because I've been through there.
course.
It's just south of I-16.
Okay.
And I know that stretch very well.
Okay.
But I don't know who Jeff John.
Davis.
Jeff.
Jeff Davis. Jim
I don't
Davis,
know
I believe,
him.
was Garfield. He should have a city named after him.
He should have a whole state named after him. There's a town like that in the Northeast, too. I forget what it's called. That's not anything worth bringing up if I don't know what it's called, but it's a person's name.
No, I do. It's Bill Watterson County, Maryland. I'm a big... He authored Calvin and Hobbes. Sorry. That was just a great way to bring in Calvin and Hobbes. Bill Watterson County. Nothing?
Is that real?
No, I made it up. I pulled it.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking of a place that's, well, it doesn't matter.
I think it was too good of a poll that you thought it was real. I think is where I went wrong there.
Well, because it was the way you sold it.
Excellently, you're right.
Yeah.
January 18th, 2008. A 911 call comes in. Now, thank God this episode delivers after this, but I damn near turned it off for this 911 call. Do you know why, Kate?
Because it was faked.
It was audio dramatization.
My name is Gary Orvin. My daughter just called me. She was like, "Oh my God, Daddy, I think somebody's shooting at me."
Oh, this made me mad.
And
This
the guy
made me...
reading it was doing a bad job.
Yes. Now, I am very picky about what can and cannot happen in a true crime show. Guess what? This is one that cannot. You don't need to do it. You don't need to fake it. If you can't get the original thing, just talk about it. Guess what? Countless episodes we've done do that. There's no need to fake it like this. And when they have interrogation footage later in an interview with a 6-year-old that's pretty funny and cute and heartbreaking, you don't gotta fake it. And I'm with you, Kate. The actors are acting. That's mistake number one with this. Don't try and inflict pain and emotion. It's gotta be terror or like the way that he goes, "But the call went dead." At the end. It's like, this is not a mystery, dude. You're terrified. Your daughter called you from a shootout on a road.
You might be reading a voiceover, but this is not a voiceover.
Yeah.
Where's your daughter? I kept asking her where she was, but the call went dead.
But I think it says a lot about this episode that this is like something we really, really hate.
Yep.
And is unacceptable. And yet, here we are.
Yeah, that's true. Because after this, it's just, we get to new heights here.
Thasshis MOMMA.
So in the call, he says that he got a call from his daughter, Nikki Orvin. The dad says, "I got a call from my daughter. She said she's being shot at while she's driving down a road." I mean, talk about a scary call to make and to receive.
And why
Like a high-speed shootout?
why was she calling her dad and not the cops?
That's what I thought. This was a sad thing where it's like, it's sweet. Like she wanted her dad and like he's the first one that she thought of. But yeah, I just like 911, Nikki.
What is it like to have a dad where you love him so much that he's your hero, that you would call him before the cops? I don't know what that is like. Could never be me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love my dad dearly, but I'm way too versed in true crime. Like, I would never call anyone but 911 because it would be suspicious.
What if she was already on the phone with him and then the shooting started? That could be.
If that were true, that would have been unreal to hear on the recording as well.
Yeah.
The gunshots and stuff. But yeah, so this is like a small town. I don't know if it's small enough. We'll talk about that later. But this is like a rural road with no traffic lights and no street lights, they say. And this is at 6:05 p.m. in January, so it's dark. And the cops are like, we've got to look for a silver sedan on a road in darkness. Like, that's all they have right now, silver sedan.
She would be driving on Highway 221. You got to find where they're at quickly.
Now, what's Carcade going? It's like, you don't even know if it's like a Ford Fiesta or something? What's up?
Well, I wanted to know what it was, and they never said it, but we saw it, and it looked to me like a Chevy Malibu.
Okay. So they go looking for this car, and what do you know? They see a silver sedan pulled off the side of a road into like a farm, and there's a foot hanging out the door, and they go up to this car, and what's inside?
It's Nikki, and she's been shot, and she's dead.
She's dead, and we know it's her because she was like a nurse, and she had a name tag on. And also, again, I find myself going, I mean, I appreciated, they didn't do a lot of blurring, I thought we saw a lot of blood spatter and stuff.
They didn't blur a lot of it. They basically just blurred her head.
Yeah. And as they talk about, there was aspirational blood where like she was coughing up blood that came out when she was hit again and stuff. Like, so there were multiple gunshots.
You have aspirated blood on the dashboard, which means she was breathing at the time.
And we're seeing a shit ton of blood here, and I'm just like, wow, mother may I. coming with the real photos here. We talked to her brother, Rick Orvin. He gets a call that says that she was in an accident. That's all he knows. And I think he goes to the scene of the wreck, does he? Does he not?
He does. He takes off. He's like, I'm going to go find her. And he comes upon the wreck and sees all these police officers everywhere. He rolls up like, that's my sister. I got to get in there. And the cop is like, I don't know how else to tell you this, but your sister's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, they do literally say that.
He said there is no easy way to tell you this. Your sister's dead.
Feel bad for this guy. We talked to the cop who worked at a grizzled SOB. What'd you think? Did you like this guy?
I thought everybody was pretty grizzled.
I like this guy for a second because he's wearing like a suede blazer that's a size too big. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's clearly retired. I mean, I hope he's not still in the force. I mean,
he can't be. No.
Can't be.
I mean, this was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. And then I didn't like him because he said that this is a town full of God-fearing people. And that's a red flag to old K-Mun, because even the people that aren't afraid of God don't deserve to die and stuff, and they are good people. But anyway, done with that soapbox.
And also, it's never an indication of how safe a town is.
Oh, absolutely.
The people here are hard-working, God-fearing people, not involved in criminal activity.
But what'd you think of that blazer? What'd you think of his look?
I definitely noticed the suede. The suede was kind of, it hadn't been like brushed, so it was a little kind of splotchy looking on camera.
Are you brushing a suede when you wear it? You got to brush it.
Well, you want it to all go the same direction, you know?
Uh-huh.
You can draw patterns in it with your fingernail, but you don't want that on camera.
No. He says something cool there that also, again, might come up later. Who knows? But he said something super specific about the crime scene just now. They find a bullet shot through the opposite headrest. This was some good detective work that I'm not sure I followed all the way, but they determined, because they found a .45 shell in the car and like a couple of yards away, that this car was shot at while it was driving. And then also that it was from a passenger side, so it meant that someone else was being driven. So that it was an accomplice driving a car while the person shot it.
Yes.
Now that doesn't feel factual to me. I mean, you can shoot across an empty car seat.
You can. I guess they just thought it would be easier, and they assumed that to be able to pull off the driving necessary, you would have to have an accomplice, one to focus on, you know, the speed and the maneuvering, and the other shooting.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we get the impression that where the shell casings are painted a picture of what happened when this car went off the road, that this other car pulled up next to them and shot her, and maybe even someone got out of that car and hit her kind of point blank for the final shot.
Oh, absolutely, because they find a footprint right outside the door. Mm-hmm. So it's either the person got out to shoot or got out to make sure that the person was dead. Mm-hmm. But they find a footprint, and we see a picture of that. So I love this. The journalist they talked to, or journo. British people call journalists, Kate. Did you know that?
Oh.
Journos. A lot of journos.
I don't know that I knew that.
Yeah. So this journo says, that's when things get really weird.
That's when things get really weird.
And she ain't kidding. She's not kidding. What'd you think of this journalist? I forget her name. She had the most journalist voice ever. I wanted to know, is that something she learned, like through years of being a journo, an on-camera journo, or was she born with that? Couldn't you tell that she spoke on camera when she spoke?
I think they learn it. I think you learn it in journalism school, or you get a crash course before you go on the news for the first time.
Yeah, but she really had it. Did it not jump out at you? I mean, when she spoke, I instantly knew before seeing the lower third. I was like, this is an on-cam operator right here.
Yeah, I think so.
That's when they discover something alarming.
They get a call from a neighboring police department, and they go, hey, we got this dude named Damon Bamberg. He's calling and saying that his ex-wife pinched his fingy in a window before she sped off, and he's here to file charges. What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking, well, this is a really bad alibi.
Yeah. This is clearly, but not in the mind of Damon Bamberg. He thinks this covers me. I'm in a neighboring county. I'm nowhere near the crime scene, and I've been attacked. I had to buy ice cubes at a gas station to put on my sore little fingy.
Oh, my little fingy got smooshed. That is not assault.
No. And the fact that rolled your it's so dumb. It's not even like I slammed my finger in the door. It's like she rolled up the window, which is super slow. If this was a real thing that happened, which it wasn't, he had ages to take his hand out of the window. Right?
Unless he was doing that thing like, don't you put up that window, and then she did it.
Oh, you're right.
On purpose, and he left his hand there. But also, this never happened.
So the cops on the phone go, okay, tell Damon that ex-wife that assaulted him is dead, and clock his reaction for us.
It's like it never even fazed him.
In stride.
He didn't care.
Yeah. He doesn't care. And they find out he's got 2 kids in the car with him, and alongside him is his mom, Sonya. I want to say Sonya, but they call her Sonya the whole time, correct?
Is that their accent, though?
Maybe. So can I say Sonya and get away with it?
I think so, because how many times in this show did everyone say vehicle?
They absolutely did. They said vehicle a bunch, Kate.
The vehicle. So who knows?
The deputy notices that there's 2 children in the back of Damon's vehicle.
That's funny because that makes me think of my boy Joe Bob Briggs, because he says that in theater.
Theater.
Another word. Yeah.
Lawyer.
I was trying to think, if I was in their situation, would I even say vehicle? I might have just said car. But if I said vehicle, I would not say vehicle.
Well, but police love to say vehicle. They don't just say car.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of makes them like sound tough and smart and stuff. Okay, so he gets the scoop, tells him about his fingy, and this is crazy. They interview this 6-year-old kid that's with him, Gabriel.
Gabriel was old enough, been an eyewitness.
Now, we talked to Gabriel in a talking head here. This is son of Nikki. Damon had adopted him as a baby, but not his birth father. He was one of the kids in the back seat, and they interview him, and this they do have on recording.
Yes.
So no need to dramatize it. We hear it, and what's it sound like?
Well, he's supporting their alibi. He's saying that when they swapped, there was a handoff where his mom dropped him and his brother off with Damon, that they went one way and mommy went the other way.
And the way that he says it is so cute too. Like, he doesn't know what's going on now, because again, he's a 6-year-old.
He doesn't know that she's dead. He has no idea.
He goes, mommy went that way, we went this way. Woo! Like, he does like a little voice.
He's like giggling, yeah.
Mommy has a silver car.
Whose car were you in?
Daddy's. She went this way, and we went that way.
You know what? Here's another thing that Mother May I did that annoyed me. That I think I would, if I saw an Evil Lives Here, I paid no mind, because that's how they roll. But the mic'd off-camera producer asked a question of Gabriel.
Oh,
says,
no.
You don't remember this?
Uh-uh.
She goes, we actually have the recording. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I've never heard this.
Which is cool, and this is an honest moment. But she was friggin' mic'd.
Yeah.
So it's like they planned this. And that gets under my skin, Kate. Well, how about you? Does that bug you? It bugs the hell out of me.
It bugs me now.
Okay, good.
I was wondering if you would be open to listening to some of this recording that I have.
Yes, I want to, yes.
That happened in the Monaco doc, too. I felt like old Hodges made himself too much a part of the story for my liking.
He did.
Okay. Like, sometimes it happens where they're on cam and it's cool. Like Tiger King guy. Like, that felt real to me, I suppose. But some other times I'm like, you are trying too hard. You're trying too hard.
Ken Burns would never.
Certainly not. We go back in time. They met working at a Walmart. Damon adopted Gabriel. They had another kid, Elijah. We don't hear or see Elijah in this. This is all Gabriel's story. Damon was a mean stepdad. Do you remember some of the things that Damon would do to 3-year-old Gabriel as punishment?
Yeah, he'd put him in the corner. He'd make him hold his hands out and balance books for however long. You know,
couldn't lower them and stuff.
The stuff that they said didn't really sound that abusive, but I got the impression that they were not saying the really bad stuff.
But, okay, for a 3-year-old, though, that's pretty bad, I think. Now, because I'm going, that sounds like something my dad would make me do when I was 12 or 15 and like a little shit, I feel. Not when I was 3 years old. I mean, that sounds bonkers to make a 3-year-old do that. Like, I don't know how a 3-year-old would process what they were even doing there. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to get beat at 3.
Tell me more, Kate. What, so you were getting slapped around as a 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Would you have a lip on you or what? What was the story?
I was a sassy little hoe, for sure.
I see it.
Stand in the corner, hold books in each hand and hold your arms out to your side and don't drop them down.
And then one time when Nikki is out with her like at her friend's house, her girlfriend's house. Damon comes over, drags her outside, and throws a knife at the feet of the friends to keep them at bay while he's yelling at his wife.
This is so crazy.
That's creepy.
Why is she not allowed to have friends?
Yeah.
He took a knife and threw it at their feet.
And then the cops say like they were familiar with them because they get called out all the time. At one time, they had to threaten to shoot Damon to keep him away from his ex-wife. Because at this point, Nikki bounces.
Yeah. She goes...
Like I've had enough.
She does what everyone hopes that someone in that situation would do.
Yes.
And she goes to a shelter with the kids.
Yeah.
At one point, law enforcement had to threaten to shoot Damon to keep them separated.
And now is when we get to talk about Damon and Sonya. A love affair for the ages. Mother and son. Okay. Damon lives with his mom. And Gabriel, the son, was like, yeah, our family thought it was weird. And the brother of Nikki was saying, yeah, she told him where to sit, how to sit, all this stuff. And I'm going like, oh yeah, tell me more about this weird stuff. Mm-hmm. And they did. Because we talked to 2 exes of Damon. This friggin' weirdo was always seeing somebody.
He always had a girl. So whatever he was doing with mom, he wasn't fulfilled.
Great call. We talked to April, an ex of Damon's. They had met online, and at their first date, Mama Sonya was there.
3 of them on the date. Who does that?
Which is very weird.
But that wasn't a deterrent. She kept dating him.
No, and they would make plans. And Damon would go, okay, that's all fine and good, but we have to, quote, we have to see what the other person wants to do.
We would make plans, and Damon would reply, well, we have to see what the mother person wants to do.
The mother person. What do you think, Kate?
I don't get what that means.
Hey, me neither. But
the mother person.
I think it's like supposed to be like kind of cute or something. It's not. It's creepy.
It's creepy.
Ugh. Okay, and this was one of many great quotes, is this ex, April goes, she was the 3rd wheel, the 5th wheel, she was all the wheels.
She was just always there, no matter what.
She was the 3rd wheel, she was the 5th wheel, she was pretty much every wheel you can think of.
Okay, then we talked to Andrea, Damon's first wife. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's got some more mommy deets. Like, they were super weird together, and this is when we start seeing B-roll of a mother's hand caressing like a male's hand, right?
Uh-huh.
It go
down the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So gross.
She said she'd come into the room, she'd open a door and come into the room, and the 2 of them would really quick spread apart.
Yeah.
Like they had just been fooling around.
Yeah. And this was before she goes into those dates. This was weird. She goes, we met and he was a correctional officer. Hey, a guy in uniform. Who doesn't like a guy in uniform? I'm not coming for correctional officers here, Kate, but I don't know if a prison guard uniform is what they're talking about when ladies are into uniform.
That's not what they're talking about.
They're talking about like a Navy man or something.
And she was like, I just thought he'd be a good provider. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? Because he had a job?
Yeah.
He's a correctional officer, which guy in uniform, who doesn't like a guy in uniform, right? He was the whole package for me. So I'm like, where would it go wrong?
They lived together with Sonya as they're married, and they would shut their bedroom door, and the B-roll shows like the mom trying to get in.
She did not like when that door was closed and locked.
No.
She wanted to know everything they were saying. And when she didn't get her way, she would walk around the house in her underwear.
Her son's 25 years old, freshly married. She's walking around the house in her underwear.
And then if Damon was in the shower, she'd just like go in there.
And he'd go, there's nothing weird about this. Like, move on, wife. Like, there's nothing weird.
Damon's excuse was, oh, well, it's just the 2 of us and it's normal.
It's weird.
Listen, there's nothing weird when my mom and I do that. If I'm taking a shower and she needs to come in and use the bathroom while I'm in the shower, it's fine. Okay. Whatever. We're not having sex.
So true. I mean, it's something about mother and son.
It's mother and son. Just like father and daughter, you don't do. But you can do mother and daughter. You can do father and son.
Well, it says you. I mean, I'm not doing that either, but...
No, I guess father and son is weird, too, at a certain point. Mother and daughter... Moms and daughters have been growing old together for generations, you know?
Right. That's true. And... This was where I knew we were really in for it, because she said sometimes when it was bedtime, he'd go sleep with his mom, not his wife. Mm-hmm. What would you do if you're this wife and you're like, where's my husband? And he's like, oh, I'm sleeping with mom tonight, honey. What?
I don't know that I would have even let it get that far. Because I'm not living with the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And maybe that's harsh, because a lot of people do. A lot of people have multi-generational homes, or like the mother-in-law has her own suite in the basement or something. And it's all about family. For me, it's not all about family. I don't give a shit about family. And my husband and I'm not living with his his parents are dead. So
Okay, well, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You don't avoid this. But you're right. I wouldn't stand for that for a second. I'd get up and put clothes on and go like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is this normal to you two?
Mm-hmm. There'd be times when instead of just going to bed in our bed, he'd go to bed in her bed. What do you get out of that?
So they're sleeping together, and then we talk to Fowler. James. Is it James? Love this guy. This is the all-star of the app because he's bringing it.
This guy blew it wide open.
This is what he goes. They're talking about how there were rumors and stuff going around that they were incestual and this and that.
There was rumors all around Mount Vernon that they were in an incestuous relationship.
And then we talk to this guy, and he says, I have walked up on Damon and Sonya, open mouth kissing.
Making out with tongue.
I have walked up on Damon and Sonya, open mouth kissing. They played it off as if it was a natural thing, and I'm sorry, it was furthest from natural.
There's no talking your way out of that. Any of these other things you could be like, oh, it's weird, but they're close, whatever. I'm sorry, there's absolutely zero reason to be open mouth kissing your mom.
A lot of families do the kissing on the lips, the peck.
Yeah.
This is not that.
He said this is what he goes, that's nasty. That's just mama.
That's his mama.
That's nasty. Like, this is mama.
So the first wife is like, I've had enough of this. I'm getting my own place. You can come with me if you want. But if you feel like you have to stay here with your mom, like this is over. And what was Damon's very clear-headed, reasonable reaction to this?
Okay, then I'm going to choose my mom.
Well, not only that, but he walked up to her and put a machete to her throat.
Oh, right.
Remember this?
And the next thing I know is I had a machete to my throat.
And I remember before they say the machete part, they show the B-roll where it's like you can't see the heads of the actors. And they're showing a guy with a machete behind his back walking up to a lady. And it was like, where is this going? And again, it delivered.
To her
put
neck.
That machete to her neck. Yeah.
She's a lucky one. She got out of there.
Yeah, and that's when that ended. And we go back to present day. Damon and Sonya are released, but they keep his boots, right? Because they're like, oh, this looks like it matches.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, because the boots match by eyes, like they said they have to get it like officially reviewed or whatever, but because of the visual match on the boots and the fact that there were these bullet casings on the other side of the car, he had an accomplice. So they arrest both Damon and Sonya.
Yes.
And now is when, I mean, is it safe to say that there's never been a good picture taken of Sonya Bamberg ever in her life? I mean, what are you thinking when you see real pics of these two?
Is it that there's never been a good picture, or is that she's just an ugly woman?
And you know what? And 2 out of the 3 pics we see are mugshots, so that's probably going against her. Even her wedding photo, though, maybe it's just knowing that mouth is kissing the son's mouth.
Yeah.
I'm really come after it. But every time I see her, I'm just like, oh, God.
They both have the same mouth, too.
Yeah.
And I was picturing those two mouths touching when it's the same mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
He said, oh, mothers and sons do that. No, they don't, Damon.
No, they don't.
You freaking weirdo. They do not. So they're arrested, but they need more on them, so they get a search warrant to go look at their house. They're hoping to find a .45 gun in there. Mm-hmm. They don't find that, but what do they find next to Damon's bed, dated and labeled in a ziploc frigging bag? Kane. You don't remember?
What is it?
It's a bag of Nikki's hair from 2 years prior.
Oh.
The Ziploc bag says Nikki, January 11th, 2006.
Yeah, that's probably from when Mom wanted him to get a lock of her hair so she could do like a voodoo hex on her.
By Damon's bed was a lock of hair in a Ziploc bag.
And it had Nikki's name on it.
They show the bag, and this isn't like a lock with a ribbon on it that you're going to put in a scrapbook. This is a clump. I mean, this is a huge chunk of her hair in this plastic bag by his bed.
Why would you have a baggie of hair from your now dead ex-wife? The label on the outside suggests it had been kept for 2 years. It's beyond weird. It's creepy.
What is he doing with this hair?
Here's my question. He has another girlfriend at this point. Is she not bothered by this bag of his ex-wife's hair?
Yeah. If I were that girlfriend, I'd go, was there a bag next to that one that said April and had my hair too? Like, maybe he has a hair thing. That I can get with. But if it's just his ex, I don't know.
You could get with the hair thing?
Well, I mean, look, it's not hurting anybody. If he's got some sort of hair thing, okay? Maybe April's open-minded. All right? What do you think?
Okay.
If Nikki gave him this hair and stuff, I'm saying, you two, you do you.
All right.
But still very weird. And the labeling and the date. What's the date mean? Are there other bags of other Nikki clumps? Oh! Okay.
We never find out.
No, we don't. That's something else I want more on. I would like in an interrogation for them to go, Damon, what did you do with the hair? What was the point? And I'd love to hear him justify it. Like, what do you say that doesn't sound creepy? There's nothing.
She was going to donate to Locks of Love.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that might have worked. So they don't find a gun, but they do find out that Sonya's other son, Mark, owns a .45. And this is when we find out about Mark. And if we're thinking, another son, are they also knocking boots? What's the relationship between Mark and Sonya?
They don't really get along.
Not at all. Mark is friends with Fowler, the guy who said the funny, that's your mama.
That's his mama.
And he said that Mark hated Damon. He hated the family. They were so awful to him that he moved out when he was 16.
This I found weird.
Yeah.
That the mom favored Damon and not Mark. When we see pictures, and Mark is clearly the hot one.
He's better looking. Yeah.
And not that that's what it's about, but like...
I mean, it's got to be a little.
You chose the wrong son. And was she awful to him because he didn't want her advances? And Damon did?
I think that's what it is.
Anytime Sonya would talk to Mark, it was like she was talking to a dog.
Sonya would say that she wished that he was more, what's the word? But like more
obedient,
willing to be subservient. Obedient like a dog. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is very weird. And so the cops are asking Mark, like, hey, what's up? Do you own a .45? And he goes, you know what? I do. But we've heard this before.
It was stolen.
It was friggin' stolen. Ooh, sorry.
And the cops are like, okay, but when? And he says basically like, well, Damon and my mom came over and I had the gun in my truck. And then after they left, I checked and it was gone.
Yeah.
But I was talking to them the whole time, so I don't know when they would have done it.
This is the other thing. Mark feels a little slow on the uptake. Maybe he was just very floored by all this info, but I was going, oh, poor Mark. Poor Mark. Because he goes, shortly after the murder, I was looking for it, and it wasn't in my glove box, but I swore I locked it. And you hear the cops on the tape go, okay, Mark, have Sonya or Damon ever been over to your house? And he's like, yeah, the day that Nikki was murdered. They came over while I was working on my truck, and they're like, okay, they probably took it then. And he goes, I didn't see it.
And then he's like, I don't want to be here. I had nothing to do with this. He starts like crying.
Yeah. And now the show did something smart is right away they go, now there was no connection between Mark and the murders. I mean, they straight up say that he was a patsy, right?
Yeah.
Like he was being used. Because wasn't that your first thought? Like, oh my God, there's another son involved in this.
Totally.
But then they kind of they poo-poo that and they're like, no, it's just these two weirdos. It's just Damon and Sonya.
Mark was not involved. Sonya threw him under the bus.
Poor Mark is going to get blamed for a murder and they're okay with it. All because Mark didn't want to hanky-panky with Mama.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
That's his mama.
We see a pic of the glove box, and there was a CD overturned. God, I wanted to know what that CD was.
I bet you did. Let's see if we can guess. Incubus.
Oh, nailed it. Oh, wait. You know, my first thought for some reason was Kid Rock.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
I could see Incubus as well. That's pretty funny. So they learned that the gun had been fired at a tree at Fowler's house. And so the cops get permission from Fowler to go inspect this tree. What do the cops do to the tree?
We've seen this before.
In one of our most famous cases, Sharon Kinney.
Yeah. If someone shoots the tree, you gonna go and check out the tree.
Yeah, but these cops didn't just check it out.
The cops took the tree.
This is crazy.
They just took the whole dang
tree. How big
tree.
was this freaking tree? How big was it?
I don't know.
This to me, I mean, Fowler plays it off for a laugh. He's like, I said they could go look, and they took it. And if I were him, I guess it'd be like, good, like, get out of here. He must have a billion trees, because if it's only one of a few, I'd be kind of pissed. You took the whole damn tree!
I can guarantee you, in rural Georgia, he's got a billion trees.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. Okay.
That is not like rolling farmland. That's like dense forest.
That's true. So the most famous one for us is the Sharon Kinney, because when they cut the tree, they cut the bullet in half, right? And ruined it. Like when she got so lucky and stuff, right?
Amazing.
This is something people don't think about. We've seen this before where it's like, oh, well, I remember we shot it out back once or twice. I was like, you're screwed now, dude. Doesn't matter what you do with the gun.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon Kinney. Just thinking about Sharon right now.
We love her.
Love her.
I thought
R.I.P.
about her earlier today. I was watching a documentary, and for a split second, they were showing Lee Harvey Oswald, and I was like, there's our girl, Sharon Kinney.
Oh, stop.
Come on, man. She looked like him.
In that shot, absolutely. Absolutely. I still no doc on her. There's got to be one around the corner. We're going to see it advertised to us on Netflix. Like, remind me, the Sharon Kinney story. It's around the corner, right?
It better be.
What happened with this bullet? What'd it match?
It matched the gun. It matched the murder weapon. That matched the shell casings found in the vehicle.
In the vehicle? Absolutely. And they tell Mark, your gun killed her. And again, he's on the defensive. I didn't know.
I wasn't me. I don't know. I want to go home.
Mark, we know, dude. So while they're in jail, oh my God, so first there's the open mouth kissing. And then we hear about in jail, where of course they're not jailed together because one, they're a male and female. I thought they were two separate jails. They were clearly at the same location though, it seemed.
Well, was this just before the trial? So this was just like county lockup, not correctional facilities. So that makes sense.
Okay, because what happened was, so that
see what happened was
they're locked up, and the dude is talking like, well, they're clearly, they don't like to be apart, and so they would pass notes to each other, like through they'd have other inmates. Hey, can you pass this note to my mom, please? Mm-hmm. And do you remember what these notes said, Kate? I mean, this is ick factor to the max.
This is worse than sleeping in the same bed and open mouth kissing. Basically, these notes admit that they would service one another.
Literally,
because
that word is said.
She would say things like, soon you will be in my arms again, and I will give you relief. Soon we will be able to service each other.
Yeah, one day you'll be in my arms again, and I will give you relief. So I'm going, what the hell does that mean, hand job? And then she says, and we'll be able to service each other. Oh! That is so gross. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I can't believe it. I mean, these people are truly cuckoo bananas that they wrote this and passed it. Like, did they care what the other inmates would say?
Oh, probably not. I don't think they care about anything but themselves.
That's true. And look, this wasn't just one little love note. There were pages and pages. Mm-hmm. And old Suede Blazer was disgusted. He was like, it was terrible. He was like truly grossed out by it.
That's your mama. That's your mama.
We're talking like the idea was that Nikki was going to be a baby factory for mom and son. This was funny. One of them was like, well, smartly, they realized that they couldn't just have their own kid. Mm-hmm. And I'd go, well, I mean, why didn't they give it a shot? I mean, they're doing all the other nasty shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why did they draw the line at that?
There are people out there who are products of mother and son inbreeding.
Yeah, we just covered one. The FF we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, but no, that's crossing the line for Damon and Sonya.
Let's do a murder instead.
Yeah, and I'll just keep the babies, and so that mommy can start all over again. Mm-hmm. This is so creepy and weird. Like evil grandmas, this desire to own the grandkids and start over is just pretty wild.
It's also wild because Gabriel wasn't Damon's. So they were going to start over raising these kids like they're theirs, even though this kid wouldn't have been biologically related to either of them.
That's a great point. Like he was legally his son, but you're right. It wasn't even by birth. So why would she? I feel like the grandma would be weird about it. Like, I just want Elijah.
Yeah, I don't get rid of the older one. I just want the younger one.
But I think because he was a danger and stuff, he wasn't allowed to see any of the kids. It might have been because the machete and the gun throwing and stuff.
You're kidding.
Yeah, the court frowned on that, oddly enough. They didn't factor in how close the family was. Okay, we talked to Fowler. We hear about this fire pit night. They're having fun. They're drinking beers around a fire. Damon and Sonya show up. Sonya bolts right over to Fowler and has a question for him, Kate. What is that question?
If I give you $25,000, will you kill my son's ex-wife?
Yeah, straight up asked.
She just walked straight up and said, I'll give you $25,000 if you kill my ex-daughter-in-law.
He bolts, right? He's disgusted and freaked out. naturally.
Yes. Well, at first he laughs it off because he's like, that's his nervous reaction, thinking it's a joke or hoping it's a joke.
Right.
And then he's like, mm-mm.
Yeah, and he kind of cries about it later because obviously they carried it out by themselves. And he's like, if I had said something, she'd be alive. I don't know if that's true.
And I'd have known. I'd have said something then. But I didn't.
Now, I have a question for Judge Kateline, if you will, or Detective Kateline. Weigh in on this.
Okay.
I'm Fowler. I say, okay, I'll do it, but you got to give me $10K up front. I get the $10K, then I go to the police. Do you get to keep that $10K?
No.
Why not?
Because that's wire fraud.
Why? Why is wire fraud if the money is for something illegal? Or what if it's cash? What if she gave me cash?
Well, then you wouldn't have any reason to. The whole point is going to the cops with proof that you were given money to commit a murder. If you don't produce the money, then there was no hiring. So
yeah, I guess I would have to tell the cops before I took the money so that they could wire me up for that moment.
Yeah.
And I'd be afraid that they'd tell on me and I'd get in trouble for agreeing to it.
You can't accept the money until they know that it's going down.
Then they'd probably take it. Damn it. It's just going to sit in evidence room. It's not dirty money. It's just from a bank account of someone who's dirty.
It's not going to sit in the evidence room, Kurt. It's going to be distributed among the cops.
I'm always so torn on what to do in those scenarios because, one, the lady would be alive. Obviously, that's the best case scenario. But the damage or like the charges for wanting to kill somebody, and that's the only charge, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You get probation and shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like it could still happen.
It wouldn't have stopped it.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at Fowler for not saying anything. But anyway, he testifies to this and he's pretty convincing. And remember, he says that Damon was smirking at him the whole time, like he was going to get out.
Mm-hmm. While I'm on the stand testifying, Damon is smirking at me.
This no chin MF for Damon. This guy's look. I mean, I was glad for him he grew a beard for the trial to help for definition wise, but I didn't like his look.
No.
I didn't like thinking about his look making out with his mom. I wasn't a fan of any of it.
And he was what, 25 when Nikki was killed?
He was 25 when he was married to his first wife. I believe he was later 20s, maybe 30 or something, because that was 6 years before. I feel like he might have been 31 when this all went down.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's disgusting.
Yeah, very, very gross. And we talked to the prosecutor. She kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I wasn't crazy about the prosecutor.
No?
What'd you think? She's no Kappelman. Okay, she's no
okay.
Kappelman.
All right.
When she was like, I don't work in gossip, I work in facts. Like basically saying like I can't convict them for being incestual. Like that's not why we're here today.
I don't deal with gossip. I deal with the facts.
And I just want to go like, yeah, but tell them about it anyway. The jury's going to love it. The jury's going to friggin' love it.
One of the prosecution's angles was doing a timeline of the murder to show how Damon and Sonya were able to do this, even though they were a county away, getting him ice for his fingy and then reporting the assault. They did the drive, and they said that leaving the gas station where they got the ice, going 90 miles an hour, they would have been able to catch up to Nikki, shoot her, and then 90 miles an hour back to report the assault.
Yeah, and they did it. They tested it, and it worked. Now this, when I hear 90 miles an hour, I think of poor Gabriel going, and we went, boo!
Yeah.
But did they leave the kids at the gas? Like, where were the kids for the shooting?
That's the one thing that I am wavering about with this, about how they would have been able to do this. I mean, 90 miles an hour is
pretty fast.
It's pretty fast. I mean, you can do it, but at 6 p.m., it's like there were other cars on the road, theoretically. And also, when they interviewed Gabriel, he never said, we went fast and then Grandma started shooting a gun. That was never said. So where were the two kids?
Great cue. And I thought about trying to dive into that, but I just didn't do it. I thought about doing it. I didn't. Maybe future Kurt will. Who knows?
No.
But I was very curious about that, is where were the kids in all this? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like they would have heard the gunshots, for one, and they pulled over to do the kill shot. Mm-hmm. So if they were still in the car, they'd have remembered that for sure.
Yeah, if he remembers the drop off and Mommy going one way and us going another, he would know. Even if he didn't know who they were shooting at, he would have been like, and then Grandma shot a gun.
Yeah, and then Grandma said, I'm going to park, go finish her off. I mean, it's not like they left the kids with the grandma. She was part of the crime.
Totally.
Unless that Mark played dumb. Was Mark at the gas station
that's
holding the
another
kids?
thing. I'm like, what if Grandma wasn't there? What if Grandma just sent her sons to go do it and she stayed with the kids? I don't know if Grandma can do 90 miles an hour. I don't know if she's a good shot.
Okay, wait. Damon's shooting.
Right, I'm saying
Granny's driving.
If Grandma's not driving, then she would be shooting. But we said she's driving. But is she really able to go 90?
I don't think there's a world where she would have trusted her dumb son Mark that doesn't love her and want to open mouth kiss. I don't think she would have trusted him with this. I feel like if he's involved, he was watching the kids somehow. I think she's nuts. She would go 90. And Damon would be in the front seat next to her trying to shoot. That I believe 1,000%.
I feel like they were probably going faster than 90.
Really?
Yeah. Because, like, 90 is really fast, but also, like, think about those stretches of the interstate where it's, like, an 80 speed limit. How fast you can get up to, like, 100 and not even realize it.
Yeah, this struck me as those like, when you go through, not on the highway or a main highway, when you go through a town, it's like you got to go 45 for a few stretches. That's what it felt like to me. I felt like they were in a...
Yes. This was not an actual interstate or even a state highway. This was a route.
Yes.
And it was a 2-lane.
Yeah. Meaning one lane each, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like it was probably 45 at the highest. But I feel like you're right, though. I guess... If I was the defense, I'd have said, why can't you find one person who said there was a 90-mile-an-hour car chase outside of our farm or whatever?
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. It feels like it wouldn't be crazy that someone would have seen it.
Yeah. Now, if the defense said that, and I was the prosecution, I'd go, excuse me, Judge, we forgot to mention that the mother, Sonya, took out a $50,000 insurance policy on the ex-daughter-in-law, and she was the beneficiary.
And again, I'm asking, how can you do that? That would be like, anybody can just take out an insurance policy on anybody.
I guess
without them
right?
knowing.
Yeah.
But they have to. That doesn't make any sense.
It supports your theory that it's all a scam and shouldn't be allowed. Here's my thing. If they were not married, I'd want to go after the insurance company legally.
Yes.
And go like, how in the world did you allow this?
I don't think they were married. Because he had been divorced and was dating a new girl, like, for a while.
Good call. I mean, so, like, this all comes in and they get life plus 30 years, no parole. They're in jail forever, thankfully.
Also, like,
do you think...
$50,000? Like, come on. We've seen insurance policies for millions.
Kate always wants a little bit more money. Kate needs at least a 7-figure number to murder somebody,
At least. Because even $1 million, that doesn't get you anything now. $50,000? Come on. That ain't
I know. All right. So they're in jail rotting away. So that's it. Are we on to our list?
I think it's about time for those lists.
Hit me.
Kate's unnamed list.
Uh-huh.
Well,
yes, Kate?
It is a small town.
Ooh, okay.
However.
What's up?
Which town is it?
Oh, good call.
The murder happened not even in a town.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
All right.
And we've got a Chevy Malibu, but it's never mentioned.
Okay. True. Yeah, and do you think another thing that speaks to the small townness is that they were told a silver sedan made a call to a dad and they were freaking out and they found it. They were like, oh, here's a car that was off the road and we found it. Yeah. So that definitely speaks to small town. Mm-hmm. And Kate, what else happened in this episode? Oh my God. Do you do this on purpose? I genuinely...
Is it a puzzle piece?
You're goddamn right it's a puzzle piece, Kate. You don't do this on... this is insane to me!
I have a blindness when it comes to puzzle pieces.
I guess. Because old Sway Blazer said...
You get on a crime scene. It's a humongous puzzle. Many pieces. We have to start putting them back together.
All right.
Right down the middle, puzzle piece. I don't know. I don't know how much more I could take of this. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But you friggin' missed it.
Well, that's going to do it for me.
On to Kurt's Kick-Ass List.
Kick-Ass List.
Nothing. I didn't have anything. Now, who knows in the future if this had happened, I might have said, I did have a puzzle, and here's how it happened, but we'll see. But none of my stuff popped up at all. I was waiting for it. I thought maybe we'd get a horror movie or something, like you couldn't make this up with all the mommy and son boot knocking, but we didn't.
Like any kind
We
of
friggin' didn't.
psycho reference or something.
Yeah, we know they love doing those.
Uh-huh.
They love making a Norman Bates reference. It's a good call. All right, so that's going to do it. But this is a pretty fun one. This takes the cake for weirdness for mommy and son.
We love incest.
We really love it. Mommy and Clyde was a better ep overall, but when we're strictly talking incest data, like the facts of the case, this was a better one. Because of the open mouth and stuff. And the servicing
one another. You know.
All right.
Going down on mom.
Oh, okay. All right. And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.
Thasshis MOMMA.